Hey guys, welcome to another video. It's Jupiter here. I'm Lodulime. I'm going to be sharing with you some tips and tricks for Fortnite beginners and casuals. And if you're more than just casual and more than just playing for fun, you're trying to get a good rank, go pro maybe, or get some PR. That's in another chapter of this video, which is going to be roughly halfway between, so you can skip to that other chapter. But for now, for all you beginners and casuals, a couple of tips and tricks. So first of all, you want to make sure that you have gotten visual audio sound effects. I'll put it on the screen. It's kind of like a circle that depicts noise icons when a noise happens in that direction. So let's say someone's walking near you, it will be on the screen, and that circle of like footsteps, and it's overpowered because it comes in before you hear like the audio of the footsteps or the shots, and it just gives you an advantage. It's not like people would be using this, but the original intent was for people with no audio to still be able to play properly, but Fortnite players just abuse everything, I guess. I also recommend playing build over zero build. I personally prefer it. I know a lot of people have their own opinions, but I personally think like if you want to go like it's just the more, I say, better, more Fortnite mode, but of course you can do whatever you want. And this brings me on to my next point, which is actually learn your binds and practice your mechanics. Practice them as much as you can, because if you're a beginner / casual, you probably won't be playing that much. So train your mechanics, learn how to edit, and also make sure to keep on moving when you're in a battle royale game. Don't stay in like a box or in a certain place, or don't just camp. It's like if you do, you're like a weirdo and you have no friends. Anyway, and another thing that you need to master before you become a half-decent player. Another thing that could really help you in a battle royale match or PvP is learning your binds and settings. So basically binds control the binds, trigger binds, it's basically the buttons that you press, buttons, triggers, joystick that you press, but nothing changed unless you change what's around you, how you think, how you live, how you speak, how you walk, how you blink, how you talk, how you teach, how you reach, let it sing. What's your purpose? What's your passion? Do the pain? What's your plan? Is it play? On a plane? How'd you play? I'm just playing. What's your purpose? What's your passion? Did it pay? That's it for the casual section. Once you've mastered that, probably come back to this video and say liking and subscribing to see the pro section. But before you go into the pro section, one more thing, and it's that you need to pick a good loadout. You can't have two of the same type of weapons unless you're down and trying down spot. You have to have a standard loadout, which is an AR, a shotgun, an SMG, some movement or utility, which is preferably one if you have like a single putting money on the phone, could that been calling collect all on respect. I can't lie, I'm just here for a check, just to build my family out and to buy your family house. A lot of people only talking, put your money where I suggest carrying the Hollow Twister or maybe the best AR in the meta. With the best shotgun in the meta, which for this season would be Sentinel Pump, and utility and 2 heals, 1 for shield and 1 for meds or white health. So yeah, alright, you made it. It's the pro section. So if you want to get better ranked games or maybe competitive, I haven't got many earnings. I don't do very well in competitive, but I know a lot of stuff. Anyway, so what you want to do, like I said, I'll give you a good loadout that you want to have. You probably want to have as an IGL. You want to have the Hollow Twister, the Sentinel Pump, maybe in competitive the Void Mask, but in like ranked you probably want the Blade. For your heals, if you're IGL, you want the Water Sprite and some medkits, as you're the IGL and you're playing Kilo. For Fragger / IGL, you want the Veiled SMG, the Position SMG, I think it's called. A Sentinel Pump shotgun, the Blade in ranked, or the Void Mask in competitive. You want to carry minis because in a fight that's the fastest heal in the game, and probably some chugs, 6 chugs. And the last spot is the support / frag. Now this is probably one of the most important ones because they're going to help tarping, they're going to help giving mats to the IGL who's tarping, they're going to help frag out at certain points. And the loadout they'll probably be carrying is chugs and sprite, or chugs and a med, because they're going, well, either chugs and minis, chugs and meds, sprite and meds, or chugs and sprite, because the chugs and the sprite will heal your teammates, and ideally they'll be carrying the water boon as they'll be probably playing safe in the team. But remember, for the utility / movement, you want to have the whole trio / duo / team, the whole team needs to carry the same utility. So if one person is carrying the kinetic blade and the rest are carrying the void mask, that's not going to work because one person is going to have a completely scuffed rotate. So to fix that issue, you all carry the same. It depends on what you want to choose. I personally, for ranked, the blade; for competitive, the Oni mask. So another thing you want to master is more than just the basics and more complex stuff, like learning how to piece, learning how to full box. And after learning those stuff, and aim training, your shotgun aim and your AR aim, by going into a couple of practice maps, I'll try to put some codes on the screen now, or at the end. You also want to master side jumps, because in a build fight, side jumps are so important. You don't even know how important these things are. They will either grant you free height, they'll get you free tags, and overall, it's risky, but if you're consistent with it, you're a really hard opponent to fight. And bear in mind, there's a couple of things that you need to do to master these. I'll try to go over in another tips and tricks video, but for now, just try mastering side jumps and piecing and full boxing. Another thing you want to master is the art of making peaks and dealing more damage than you've received. So what I mean is, let's say you make a peanut butter edit. Peanut butter edit is basically a wall edit, but the the right corner and the one to the left and to the bottom right, the bottom down, will be edited, and you have a right hand peak. If you deal 94 damage and you get dealt 45 damage, that's a good trade, although you want to take as less damage as you possibly can. And another strategy is tag and fall back. So this strategy revolves off of making a peak, dealing damage and instantly resetting the build. This is really useful because it helps in the last thing. It keeps you from receiving more damage than you take. Now, the last thing before I finish off this video is that before you should like and subscribe, because we're only at 7 subscribers, but you need to subscribe because we want more than that. We want to become famous. We want to become an org. Anyway, the last thing is you want to learn your rotation skills. The IGL is always the head of the rotates. They'll always choose where you go, how you go. They'll also choose they won't choose it, but they'll choose. Your trio has to choose the drop spot and a way to rotate, and in endgame it's the IGL that chooses the rotate. So learning how to rotate is important because you might get sprayed and you'll lose a lot of health and you'll end up scuffed for the endgame. No heals, barely full health. You should have a plan for dealing damage in early game, and you should practice off spawn fights. And with that, 2024 season comes to an end. Good night. Like and subscribe. See you next one.